Join me as I unbox these two new subscription boxes that just dropped from Planything. So if you would like to see what these are and what setup I have planned for this one, keep it locked right here. What's up everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. As you can see, these are the new subscription boxes that just dropped from Planything. And my affiliate link is in the description if you would like to grab any of these, which I strongly suggest you do. It is in the link below. No codes apply on the current subscription boxes, but for the past subscription boxes and everything on sale and regular priced, my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off. And without any further ado, let's get to these. So I will get to the planner subscription box first. And as you can see, it is clearly a fall themed one. So in this subscription box, we have 4 washi tapes. I will get to this watching. We have 3 pattern paper, double-sided. The second one, and the third one. So we have 3 pattern paper. We have a sticker book, a 20-page sticker book called Rustic Autumn. And we have the notepad. It's single-sided. And all the details, the measurements and how many pages, all of that will be in the description. So definitely check that out. And now let's get to the sticker book. So this is the Rustic Autumn. And I love that you get a glimpse of all the pages you have here, at least the decorative ones. So for the first page, we have this gorgeous set of autumn colors, and it is a good mix of sizes as well. And you do have 2 sheets, which is always good. And the next set of elements, again, 2 sheets, and these are all on clear matte. And you have the softer, more muted fall cozy colors. 2 pages again, and really beautiful scenes, including a puppy on the bed. 2 sheets again, followed by paper matte functional stickers, 2 sheets. And you do have some houses, really gorgeous neighborhoods you can build with these. 2 sheets. And you have some plaid. That's really cute. Nice fun colors. So these are new to the Planything sticker books. All these plaid patterns on the pumpkins and the colors and all that. And ooh, this is also nice. These are the washi strips and all the fall colors and all the patterns. So you could mix and match these with other elements you have, the other collections you have. 2 sheets of those and 2 sheets of the functional stickers. And of course, we need our coats. So all the fall coats that we all need, and 2 sheets, and that is our Rustic Autumn. And on to the sticky notes now. So again, it's just that it is actually a bit, the background is a bit slimmer, because let me just take one of the older ones, and this used to be cardboard and this is different. You could even take these out and use it in some patterns. It's slightly thicker than this notepad, but the pages, but it is still very much usable. So that is our planner subscription box, available now from Planything. And now let's get to the washi tape subscription, and I will do the swatching together so that it gets easier to work and see. It's easier for both you and me. So on to the next one. And these usually have 6 washi tapes. Yeah. So that's our washi tape subscription. And again, you have 2 of the wider ones. And for the slimmer ones, the measurements will all be in the description. So you have 6 washi tapes. So that's a good mix. I love that plaid one. Yeah. So that's a good mix. So that's 6. And now let's get to the swatches. So this is the Planning Thing notebook that I use as a swatch journal. And this was the last one that released. And this is a bit more softer than the scalloped washi. If you are somebody who likes to shop for washi tapes, Planything is a good place. So that's everything in the subscription boxes. So this is a washi tape sub box, and this is part of the planner sub box, and everything you see is available to shop now. So definitely make sure that you are subscribing to these boxes. Really gorgeous items, and you have everything you need for all your fall spreads. So that is our boxes, the full reveal. And let me know what you think, what you're picking. And if you're already subscribed to these boxes, these should be headed your way. So there is no long-term commitment. You, after 2 paid months, you're free to cancel the subscription, which I doubt you will do because every month it just keeps getting better and better. So now let's get to our plan with me. So now we have all these goodies which are already out, but you will note that I will be coming back to these at a later date. So there might be some differences in the settings on the table, and I'm just moving things a bit to the side so that I can have everything I need within reach. And I also have some of the older washi tapes from Planything. And yeah, I really want to use some of these pattern paper. So I might actually use the back sides. And before that, I will make sure I have enough space on the table. And this is the traveler's notebook size that I am getting ready for a friend of mine, and these are all the setups I have currently done. And this was like a pull in pocket, and it's been sitting there for some time, so it did get a bit stuck. So once it's undone, it will come out. And I have the pop up card on both sides, and this was the next one. All of the setups are on my channel, including this one. And this was entirely using Planny Thing and the washi tape shop, pre cut washi tapes. And this journal I'm using is from Archer and Olive. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Archer and Olive, Mojo Jojo Plans, the Washi Tape Shop, Live Love Posh, and a few other shops, and of course, Planny Thing. And I have quite a few of the older sticker books, also the fall ones and some of the alphabet ones, all pulled out, along with some of the Planny Thing memories, where I really want to use some of those past stickers, which I get to use for a very limited time during the year. So, if you like to see such fun setups using all the creative ideas I get to try, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you can be sure you do not miss out any of those. So, I wanted to use this notepad in a creative way, but I'm not sure there is enough space after I have put that down, because the traveler's notebook size is already a slimmer one. So I'm not sure. That might have to wait. But I want to do again the horizontal Dutch toes this time. And I've not done horizontal Dutch toes in this particular size. So that is something I've been wanting to try. And you have some of these pattern paper, which I think I will go for one of the bolder colors. Yeah, maybe not these, the other side. So I'm really torn between these two, and that will come in on the left page. So let's get started with our right pages, in fact. And there are some of these bigger elements which look really pretty, but then on a journal of this size, it's really challenging when I have to think twice or thrice before I pick something, because the size is just really throwing me off, because I'm so used to the B5s, and I'm moving to the smaller sized stickers here. So I'm trying to see where I can start. So this would be the second last page, because again, I'm trying to build those layers, and we need to build the scenes. So all of these are really pretty and just perfectly sized for the size of the journal. So this is going to be very, 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 very challenging, as I can see it already. But I did love the whole process, and I really love how it all turned out. So I'm using my gyro cut and the cutting mat, and they're all linked below just in case you're curious. And you do have a full tutorial on how to get started with this, the whole paper cutting, paper crafting using the gyro card. So I have a full tutorial on that, because that was a much requested one. And I'm using my small scissors, which are just perfect for the size and tight spaces, especially closer to the spine. So that is our first Dutch door. And you see how easily it can be put together. And I'm going with Yeah, I need the smaller scissors again, closer to the spine. It makes all the more sense because the space is very, very, very tight. And I'm using my tweezers for those clear stickers. And I have the Fiskars, the ceramic knife, which works better for the straight edges. So I'm trying to match the shapes we have because we do not have the exact stickers in the symmetrical aspect. So I'm trying to make do with what we have. And that is our next Dutch door. And this is the next element that we will layer. And I wanted to move a bit down so that we can see the whole scene all laid out in front of our eyes when we're all done. So that is our next element. And I'm trying to make sure I get the placement right. So that is why you see me flip the page back and forth. And yeah, it is very indecisive. It is really because so many fun elements and fun shapes and sizes, and especially these colors, I just do not want it to look exactly the same. So that is why I'm having to just place it there. So I'm trying to see how it would look when placed in that position. So that is what you saw on the previous page. So now let's have the next layer. And I love the collection and the designs that Planything has because with the washi tapes, it is so interesting to see the different patterns that Amber from Planything comes out with every release, be it the sub boxes or be it the just regular releases. Most months she has the start of the month with new releases in addition to the sub boxes which release on the 15th of every month. And it has been really nice to see how she is making some changes bit by bit with each release. So you see what the effect I was looking for. I wanted that tree, but I did not want it quite at the same height of those trees, of those houses, in fact. So it is nice that I brought it down a bit. And that was exactly the look I was going for. So now you have it's like a step farming kind of look I'm going for. If you can imagine the final image, I mean, you can always jump to the last part and see it for yourself, but the step farming kind of image is what I have in mind. And it does look really weird now, if I may say so, because we're just trying to build the layers. And the washi tapes, I'm just keeping it the same washi on the front and the back so that I don't have to think too much about the colors clashing or the colors just blending into each other. All of those problems can be avoided because I'm just going to use the same washi tape. So once I pick the washi tape for the front page, it gets so much easier because I don't have to put in much more brain power than that. So there we have our tree, and I think that swing right next to the tree is just perfect. So that's why I wanted it at that layer. And we have the next layer to build now. So again, I thought it would makes more sense when we can have the pumpkins also at the same level. because, yeah, it can look as if there's a pile of pumpkins, or it could be a pumpkin patch. Yeah, it looks less like a pumpkin patch, to be very honest. It looks like a pile of beautifully decorated pumpkins. And on to the next page. So I'm just trying to position that gazebo, which again is quite bigger in size relatively. So that is our next layer. And you see how that color really pulls the spread together, because that's the beauty. And we will kind of cut around the gazebo, and then we will come and do the, I think, probably one more layer. And you just need to be mindful of how much pressure to apply, because sometimes the stickers come in the way when we cut using the gyro cut. So then you have to be careful to apply a bit more pressure, because otherwise it would not cut through the paper and the sticker. So that is our next layer. And love to use that washi cutter from Live Love Posh to make sure I get the crisp lines on the washi tapes. And yeah, I have to kind of move it around a bit. And I don't like to cut it really, really close to the spine, because I don't want to damage the integrity of the journal. So that is our next one. And it did come out a bit more rustic than what I had wanted, but I think it's fine. And we have some of the other elements also, and we have that white space to kind of fill in. And yeah, I think one bigger element, and it should be easier to fill. And now I'm reaching for this Planning Memories book, because I want to use some of these men or women and all the actions that they're doing, perfect for the fall time. So I think I will incorporate some of those as well. So when I last checked at the time of editing of this video, all of these sticker books I'm using are still in stock. So that's the reason I decided to incorporate some of those girls. So that is our next touch store element. So I think, yeah, that is a bit too big. So with a good mix of sizes, I think it's easier to use and pick what we have available. So how ready are you for fall? Are the temperatures starting to come down already, or are you still in the scorching heat like me? I mean, me in the sense where I'm at, because by the time you see this, I will be traveling. So it is a very relative term. So depending on where I am at the moment, I could be in a cooler place. I don't know. I'm yet to find out, because it's a bit earlier in the season. I'm filming this in summer, so I'm nowhere close to cooler temperatures. And let's now try and weave in some of these plaid elements also. And we have Some of these are just, it's especially the page in the front will mostly be entirely decorative and not much actual use will come out of the page, but I think it does pull the whole spread together. And now we are kind of moving things a bit around, and that plaid pumpkin can come off for now. We can always use some of the smaller elements, and that I think is a really nice scene. And we can definitely have some of these folks come out and hang around. So that looks more appropriate for the space we have. And what is your favorite fall activity, if I may ask? Because a lot of folks love the leaf piles and throwing that around, especially if you have smaller kids. And some people are just so fed up with all the raking that they have to do to clear the debris on the floor. It just depends on your day, also, I guess, because some days you're more prone to enjoying such outdoor activities, and some days you're like, I'm so done with these leaves falling every day. Yeah, so I tried to take the easier route, but looks like that is just damaging the journal. So I'm back to my scissors and cutting it this way. I don't mind getting the smaller scissors in. It's just a bit more of a work. So that is our fourth and last Dutch door, and I think it came out really pretty. So we now have, yeah, so let's just finish off that Dutch door. And it was fairly easy matching the symmetry. It is a bit again off, but I think it's fine. So we will just use that washi tape straight across, and we will have some more elements that we can bring in. And that's definitely a good use of the white space we have. And we can mix and match elements from different collections in here. And some of these are just perfect for the space we have, so we might have to do some sticker surgery on that, which is also fine because sometimes that such images gives the illusion of more depth or something else happening in the distance. And let me know if you have started taking out your fall wear already. And if you have any plaid attire, like shirts or sweaters or anything of that sort in your collection, and what your favorite plaid color is. I have pink and white. I have one plaid in that shade, and I have a greenish blue, more like the teal color. I had a shirt. It was not flannel, but it was just those checkered patterns. It was not flannel, and obviously you do have all the cozy, thicker jackets and sweatshirts that are perfect for the season. And I really want to use those smaller those washi scraps also, washi tape strips, which I will get to use. But as of now, I'm trying to kind of complete that scene on the right page before we get to the left and then do some more decorations. So I'm just trying to find something that will fit in the shape of the cutout that we have. And please find all the videos I talked about in the description. It is all on my channel. And please let me know if you have done similar decorations or any decorations at all in your traveler's notebook size. It is a great size if you are somebody who likes to write little or who likes something on the go, so that those are just perfect with the size. And that's the first Dutch door, complete with all those elements that's just a decorative page. And we can now have some more elements that we can use for some of the white space. And of course, we have this girl who can walk right there. And yeah, let's try and position her correctly. So that is our girl, fall girl. And if you have that holiday season, I believe was the name of the sticker book from where these characters were brought in from. I think it was a great sticker book. And now yeah, that looks perfect for that space. I really love how this is coming together. And I've been wanting to do something of this sort for some time now. Because with the fall, my favorite thing about fall is the changing colors. I used to love it when I used to live in the States, and we used to drive up to Vermont and Maine just to see that foliage, and we would look up the fall foliage calendar and we would plan our trip accordingly. And we even had some of our cousins who we used to go for that drive together. And even when my kids were small, I used to drag them along. I don't think they cared because, at one, who wants to um, see the fall foliage? Come on, who even bothers? So, the kids, I think, in the young age, it's just easier to travel. So, I have traveled a lot. So, it used to be the favorite time for us to drive, and then we would just take a whole weekend. We would just visit family and friends, whoever is staying in that area around that time. So even they, especially as they age, they are also happy to see us every year. So it is nice when you can combine such activities with visiting family members. And especially as they age, they're kind of bored as empty nesters to it's just too boring. So they are like, okay, yeah, you're welcome, please come over. And even for us, we also get to see them, and it used to be a really fun time. And that is our layers coming together really well. So now let's use some of the codes. And there are some good quotes. I'm trying not to repeat any of them. And if it can relate to some activity that the folks are doing closer to that scene, I think, yeah, I just do not want the same level. I did not want it to be stacked right on top of each other, but yeah, this I think will look better. And yeah, that's a nice base. So I think with a couple more elements, we will be good to go with our. Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a good use of the space. And we can always use the scraps elsewhere. Yeah. So it really, really, using those scraps are something that I really, really think pulls everything together, because small elements which otherwise may get discarded or thrown away are put to use, and they just bring those finishing touches which are so needed. And now let's get to the left page. And I think that's the perfect spot for that. And let's see. We're trying to move it around a bit so that we can figure out where it will look better, because it need not be the first one you put down. And it's always a good idea to move it around and kind of see if it looks better elsewhere. Just putting it back, and then we'll get to it as we go. So again, I'm looking at the Fall Vibes sticker book, which came out on August 1st. And you have the colors are very, very, very similar. You can coordinate both of them effortlessly. And you do have some of these girls who are also there. So I think we could make use of at least one girl here, because I don't want those girls sitting right next to the girls on the right. So we have, yeah, that's a good placement for that. But I think the girl is who needs to come in. And if you are somebody who likes to move things around and see before it's all finalized and all settled in, I think you should try moving the things around so that you will have a better idea of where it'll look the best. And this is our girl, but again, we can always use some of the boxes to kind of make sure that she's not like hanging out in the middle of the page without any grounding. So yeah, that I think is solved. So that is, again, I'm trying to see where we can put some of those boxes, and it is, yeah, that can look like the moon on the side of the tree, right? Why not? And we have our coat, which sits perfectly in the space we have. And we have the washi strips are really, yeah, I like that. The washi strips really bring in the colors without overpowering it. So I'm just mixing and matching some of the patterns here. And now let's get to the paper. And I think I want to use just a little bit at the bottom. So I'm just trying to see how I can combine them. And yeah, let's just use that leaf to cover some of that white space. And we have the that part all done. So now and just turning the pages and making sure that it is in fact the placement in fact is exactly as I had wanted it to be. So that's our next page. We'll finish with this. And I'm just using just the bottom part of that A5 sized paper. And again, just keeping it very organic, trimming it right there. And yeah, I think I'll just glue down that part. So please find all the tools I'm using linked below, including these tweezers and the washi cutter and the ceramic knife, the Fiskars one, along with the glues and the whitener and all the basics you need for your setups. So let me know how you're liking this and if you have done something similar. And I'm just getting the videos ready in the middle of my vacation, so it is really appreciated if you can show me some love, comment below as to what your favorite element in here was. And if you like today's video, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And you turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the videos coming. And it is, again, a great way to support content creators who otherwise get unnoticed. They don't get noticed, rather. And it is, yeah, I'm trying to also see how I can layer these coats on the washi strips. So we have all these cozy elements, so why don't we just do some sticker surgery and place these here. Yeah, let's get cozy. And you do have all the cozy vibes coming, so it is nice that I can write it here. And we can have maybe a couple more boxes and we should be good. Yeah, just trying to make sure that I'm having a small, at least two boxes is a good cluster. And we can always come and add additional elements layered off of that. And that will be our next finishing steps. And please make sure that you check out these subscription boxes if you haven't already. They are out now, and if they are not sold out, then it does, the sticker book especially gets sold separately after a couple of months if it is still in stock. And don't forget to check out the sales bin while you're there. There are lots of washi tape bundles that are amazing and they are already reduced in the prices. And once you have my code stacked on top of that, you get an even better deal. So check out the sales bin and please make sure that you are making use of all the sales, because if you have been eyeing any of those, please shop now, because once gone, the restocks happen very, very rarely. So maybe a good idea to check that out. And I think that is pretty much all done. I really love how it all turned out. And there might be some more additional elements that we could pull in, but I don't think it's needed. It is really, yeah, that looks good enough. So maybe we should stop there. And of course, do I stop? Because it's always hard to decide when to stop. So sometimes I just keep adding and adding and adding. So I think it is a really hard decision. So I think it is best that it goes back. And please find all the videos, links, shops, and everything down in the description. And don't forget to check out the subscription boxes that are now available. And my affiliate link is in the description. And your support is always, always appreciated. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.